Have you ever wondered if your sleep habits might be quietly shortening your life? It sounds dramatic, but this is not a scare tactic. According to the CDC, over 70,000 seniors in the United States die in their sleep every single year. Not because of terminal illness, not because of natural aging, but because of small, quiet mistakes they didn't even know they were making. Mistakes you might be making right now. Let me ask you something personal. Do you often wake up tired even after a full night's rest? Do you get out of bed too quickly, feel dizzy or disoriented? Or maybe you've been brushing off snoring, frequent bathroom trips, or dry mouth as just part of getting older? You are not alone. But here's the shocking truth. Those are not harmless symptoms of aging. In fact, recent research from Harvard Medical School and the National Sleep Foundation shows that poor nighttime habits, like sleeping in the wrong position or eating late, can increase the risk of heart attacks, falls, memory loss, and even early death in people over 60. Now you might be thinking, I've been doing this for years. How dangerous can it be? Let me tell you a story that changed everything for me. A few months ago, I received a handwritten letter from a woman named Linda Peterson, a 78-year-old retired teacher from Austin, Texas. She wrote, "I never thought my bedtime tea could be dangerous. But 2 months ago, I fainted on the way to the bathroom at 2 a.m. I hit my head on the floor. I live alone. I lay there for 6 hours before my daughter found me. That night changed me forever." Linda didn't know that drinking too much water before bed, even herbal tea, could quietly put her health at serious risk. She didn't know that standing up too fast in the middle of the night could drop her blood pressure suddenly and cause a fall. She didn't know that the body over 70 processes fluids, circulation, and sleep differently. And she's not the only one. These stories are not rare. They're common. They're silent. And they're quietly putting our elders in danger every single night. So today we're going to change that. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 7 dangerous bedtime habits that you may be doing right now. Each one has been proven by science to increase your risk of falls, cardiovascular problems, or sleep-related complications. But don't worry, I'm not just going to scare you. I'll also give you simple, natural remedies, backed by science and rooted in elderly wisdom after 60, to protect yourself tonight. No medication. No expensive devices. Just healthy habits, home remedies, and insights from seniors who've learned the hard way. You'll walk away with real solutions to improve your sleep quality, reduce your risks, and wake up feeling stronger. But first, I want to ask you this. Have you or someone you love ever experienced a fall during the night? Have you ignored warning signs like snoring, fatigue, or nighttime confusion thinking they're normal? If so, I'd love for you to share your thoughts below. What was the biggest lesson you've learned about your nighttime routine after 60? What change made the biggest difference for your sleep or safety? Your story may guide or inspire someone else tonight. And if you know someone, a parent, grandparent, or friend, who could benefit from this, please take a moment and share this video with them. You never know whose life you might quietly protect. Now let's dive into the first silent killer in your bedroom. Critical mistake number 1: too much water before bed. Let's begin with something that sounds healthy. Staying hydrated. It's true, hydration is essential for senior health, brain function, joint mobility, and circulation. But here's the twist. After age 60, your kidneys filter slower. Your bladder weakens. And your nervous system sends signals less efficiently. That means when you drink water, or tea, or juice within 2 hours of bedtime, you're almost guaranteed to wake up for bathroom trips. And those trips? They're dangerous. Imagine waking at 2 a.m. groggy in a dark room with poor balance and low blood pressure. That's when most nighttime falls happen. According to Johns Hopkins, seniors who wake up more than twice per night are 2.3 times more likely to suffer serious injuries from falls. And those falls aren't just bruises. They lead to hip fractures, brain trauma, hospitalization, and loss of independence. But it's not just the fall. Every time you wake up during the night, especially from deep sleep, your immune system weakens. Your brain loses the opportunity to consolidate memory. And your risk of chronic diseases like Alzheimer's, heart failure, and type 2 diabetes increases. Linda Peterson, the teacher I mentioned earlier, said something in her letter I'll never forget. No one told me drinking tea before bed could break my bones. But now I know. And I want others to know too. So what's the solution? Natural remedies to fix it. Drink the majority of your water before 5 p.m. Stop all fluids at least 2 hours before bedtime. If you must sip, take only a few ounces. Avoid diuretics like black tea, citrus juice, alcohol, and coffee after dinner. Keep a motion sensor nightlight along your path to the bathroom. If you take medications that increase urination, talk to your doctor about adjusting the schedule. Remember, natural healing starts with rhythm. When your body sleeps uninterrupted, it restores your organs, balances hormones, and boosts mental health. That's the foundation of a truly healthy lifestyle after 60. Before we move on, I invite you to reflect. Have you ever changed your hydration habits because of nighttime interruptions? Did it make a difference? Or are you still trying to figure out the right balance? Feel free to share what worked for you or what you're still experimenting with. Your experience could be the exact piece of wise advice someone else needs tonight. And if you're struggling with this habit right now, don't be discouraged. You're not alone. Many of us were never taught how sleep works after 60. But that's why this community exists, to learn together, to share stories, and to heal with natural remedies, not just pills. In the next part, we'll uncover a mistake that seems comforting but wreaks havoc on your heart, your brain, and your digestion. If you've ever eaten late, even just a snack, you'll want to hear this. Stay with me. The next truth might surprise you even more. Part 2. The dinner mistake that damages your heart, your brain, and your sleep. For decades, we were told that a little bedtime snack was harmless. In fact, it often felt comforting. A warm bowl of soup, a slice of toast, a bit of dessert while watching the evening news. But what if I told you that eating too close to bedtime might be silently damaging your sleep, your digestion, and even your heart? Let me introduce you to David Mitchell, a 72-year-old retired mechanic from Minnesota. David always had a light dinner around 8:30 p.m., followed by a small sweet treat before going to bed. He believed it helped him sleep. But over the past year, things started to change. I kept waking up in the middle of the night with a burning in my chest, he told me. Sometimes I felt like I couldn't breathe. I thought it was just old age. Until I ended up in the ER with severe acid reflux and heart palpitations. David's experience is not rare. In fact, multiple studies from the American Journal of Gastroenterology and the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology confirm this. Seniors who eat within 3 hours of bedtime are significantly more likely to suffer from acid reflux, blood sugar spikes, high blood pressure, and irregular heart rhythms during the night. Why? Because after 60, your metabolism slows, your digestion weakens, and your hormonal balance changes. The body needs more time and support to process food. If your stomach is still busy breaking down dinner while you're trying to sleep, it's like forcing a factory to run when it's supposed to be shut down. Here's what happens. Stomach acid rises into the esophagus more easily when lying down, leading to GERD, coughing, or even aspiration. High sugar meals late in the evening spike insulin, interfering with deep sleep. Blood pressure doesn't drop as it should, increasing risk of stroke. The liver and pancreas don't get the overnight reset they need, weakening your natural healing rhythms. But perhaps the most dangerous part? You don't feel it immediately. It creeps up, quietly, until one day your doctor tells you your heart's under stress, your memory's foggy, or your sleep is broken and you don't know why. That's why we call it a silent destroyer of senior health. So what should you do instead? Here's what the science and elderly wisdom after 60 recommends. Finish dinner at least 3 hours before bedtime. If you go to bed at 10 p.m., aim to eat no later than 7 p.m. Keep it light and clean. Think steamed vegetables, baked fish or lean chicken, brown rice or sweet potato. Avoid these common late-night traps. Heavy meats, fried foods, sauces, cheese, sugary desserts, and alcohol. If you're still hungry, choose a gentle option. A few almonds, a banana, or a small spoonful of plain yogurt. Add calming herbs to your routine. Chamomile, ginger, fennel, or peppermint tea, but remember to finish it at least 90 minutes before sleep to avoid bathroom trips. And here's something most people don't know. Eating early improves your body's natural melatonin production, which helps you fall asleep faster and sleep deeper without needing medication. Let me bring this back to David. After adjusting his dinner schedule and choosing lighter, earlier meals, David told me this. It's like I suddenly remembered what real sleep feels like. I haven't needed antacids in weeks. I wake up clearer. And I haven't had that choking reflux feeling since. I thought I was just getting old. But it turns out I was just eating wrong. Sometimes it's not age. It's a habit. So let me ask you this. Have you ever noticed a connection between your evening meals and your sleep? Have you felt heavy, restless, or had to sit up in the middle of the night due to discomfort? If so, share with me what changes you've tried or want to try. I read every comment, and your experience may just help someone else build a healthier evening routine. Whether it's cutting out sugar after dinner or trying a calming herbal tea before bed, your story matters. And if this part reminded you of someone in your life, a partner, a parent, a friend, please send this video to them. Many people don't even realize that their normal night routine is hurting them. Together, let's spread elderly wisdom after 60 and protect our community with healthy food habits, not medications. Quick recap: 3 actions you can start tonight. Stop eating 3 hours before bed. Make your last meal the lightest and most digestible. Track how you feel the next morning and adjust accordingly. This is how we shift from reactive care to proactive wisdom, a healthier way to live after 60. In the next part, we're going to talk about a habit most seniors do not realize is putting their lungs, brain, and memory at risk: your sleeping position. Most people sleep the same way their entire life. But what if that position is now putting pressure on your heart or choking your breathing without you even knowing? You'll want to stay for part 3. It might just change the way you lie down tonight. Part 3. The way you lie down could be choking your brain and straining your heart. Think about the way you fall asleep each night. Flat on your back, curled on your right side. Maybe stomach down with your arms under the pillow. Most people choose the same sleep position for years, sometimes decades, without ever thinking twice about it. But for seniors, especially after 60, your sleeping posture is not just about comfort. It's about survival. That may sound extreme, but listen carefully. A groundbreaking study from Stony Brook University found that the position you sleep in directly affects how well your brain flushes out toxic waste. Proteins like beta amyloid, the very ones linked to Alzheimer's disease. When you sleep on your back, especially as you get older, the brain's ability to cleanse itself drops by over 60%. That means more buildup of toxic plaque, more risk of memory loss, more signs of cognitive decline. But that's just the beginning. Sleeping on your back also increases your chances of snoring and sleep apnea. Gravity pulls the tongue and soft tissues backward, narrowing your airway and limiting oxygen flow. This can cause micro-awakenings throughout the night, even if you don't remember them, leaving your heart stressed and your mind foggy. Let me tell you a story that might sound familiar. Henry Dawson, age 79, from South Carolina, used to sleep flat on his back every night. For years, he'd been waking up groggy, confused, and lightheaded, despite sleeping 8 hours. His wife noticed something disturbing. He was gasping for air in his sleep. I thought it was just snoring, but then one night he stopped breathing for nearly 10 seconds. Henry was diagnosed with obstructive sleep apnea. He'd been losing oxygen every night. His brain was suffocating slowly. His heart was compensating, working overtime to keep blood flowing. And he didn't know. Once he adjusted his sleep position to his left side, added a supportive pillow behind his back, and slightly elevated his upper body with a wedge pillow, the changes were profound. I wake up now and actually feel awake, he told me. No more night sweats. No more gasping. My mind feels clear again. Henry's story is not rare. Sleeping on the wrong side might feel natural, but it could be one of the most dangerous things you're doing unconsciously. Here's what science tells us. Sleeping on your back worsens breathing disruptions, acid reflux, memory loss, stroke risk. Sleeping on your right side can compress key blood vessels, placing more pressure on the heart, especially dangerous for seniors with existing cardiac issues. Sleeping on your left side supports better blood circulation, healthier digestion, optimal brain detox, less acid reflux. This is not guesswork. It's been validated in peer-reviewed journals and in sleep labs across the world. And it's one of the most overlooked pieces of senior wisdom we can act on right now. How to train your body to sleep left. I know if you're used to another position, it feels almost impossible to change. But here's how thousands of seniors have done it successfully. Use a pillow behind your back. This prevents you from rolling onto your back in your sleep. Place a firm pillow between your knees. It keeps your hips aligned and your lower back supported. Slightly elevate your upper body. Use a wedge pillow or raise the head of your bed by 4 to 6 inches. Invest in a good quality neck pillow. Support keeps your airway open and your spine aligned. Start with short practice sessions. Nap or rest on your left side during the day to build habit memory. Remember, healthy habits after 60 are not about perfection. They're about progress, repetition, and compassion with yourself. And please don't ignore the signs. If you wake up tired despite enough sleep, with a dry mouth or sore throat, gasping or choking, with headaches or brain fog, your sleeping position could be the silent factor no one warned you about. Now let me turn to you. Have you experimented with different sleeping positions? Did it improve your energy, mood, or memory? Or are you struggling to change a lifelong habit? Take a moment and share what's working for you or where you're stuck. If something helped you sleep better naturally, let others in our community learn from you. After all, this space is not just about health videos. It's about sharing stories and passing on the kind of elderly wisdom after 60 that truly makes life after 70 better. You don't need a perfect mattress or fancy technology. Often the most powerful natural cures are free: your breath, your posture, your awareness. And if you're watching this and thinking of someone who struggles with sleep or memory, especially someone still sleeping on their back, send this video to them now. You might help them breathe easier, sleep deeper, and protect their brain, starting tonight. A quick summary to put into action: switch to left side sleeping if you haven't already. Use pillow support to train your body gently. Watch for signs like brain fog, morning headaches, and dry mouth. Combine this with earlier dinners and smart hydration timing. This is how you protect your memory, your lungs, and your heart without a single pill. In part 4, we're going to explore something even more subtle: your bedroom environment. How room temperature, air quality, and even lighting can affect your mental health, immune system, and longevity. And I'll show you how one woman over 80 made just 2 simple changes and went from restless nights to waking with more joy and clarity than she had in decades. Stay with me. This next part might just be the easiest fix you've never tried. Part 4. The room that's draining your life while you sleep. You've made it this far. That already says something powerful about you. It says you're not just hoping to stay healthy after 60. You're ready to take responsibility for it. So let's wrap up this journey with one final quiet killer, something you may have overlooked for years: your bedroom itself. The room you sleep in each night could be draining your body, disrupting your brain, weakening your immunity, and slowly robbing you of restful sleep. And it all starts with temperature. After 60, your body's ability to regulate core temperature becomes weaker. That means it's harder for your body to cool down at night, and without that cooling process, you can't fall into the deepest, most healing stages of sleep. According to a study in the American Journal of Geriatric Psychiatry, seniors who sleep in rooms above 72 degrees, 22 degrees Celsius, lose up to 30% of their deep sleep. That's the phase responsible for memory consolidation, immune repair, and mental clarity. Let me introduce you to Marjorie Lane, an 84-year-old from Oregon. For years, she slept in a sealed, heated bedroom. Electric blankets, thick pajamas, heavy drapes. She said it felt cozy until it didn't. I kept waking up drenched in sweat, but also shivering, she told me, and my mind felt cloudy. I started forgetting names, appointments, even how to make my tea. Her doctor suspected early-stage dementia. But the real culprit, her sleep environment. Once Marjorie made 2 simple changes, turning her thermostat down to 65 degrees and switching to breathable cotton sheets, her clarity returned. Her energy improved. Her memory stabilized. I didn't realize my room was suffocating me, she said. Now it feels like my brain is breathing again. Here's what to watch for in your bedroom. Room temperature. Ideal range, 60 to 67 degrees, 15 to 9 degrees Celsius. Avoid overheating the room, especially with closed windows and no ventilation. Ditch the electric blanket or use it only to warm the bed before you get in. Humidity and air quality. Dry air irritates sinuses, causes dry mouth, and increases nighttime coughing. Use a humidifier in winter or dry climates. Add houseplants or keep a window cracked to improve oxygen flow. Avoid synthetic air fresheners or scented candles that can disturb breathing. Lighting use. Warm, low light in the hour before bed. Eliminate all artificial light sources. TV, phones, blue LEDs. Consider blackout curtains if your room is exposed. Through outdoor lights, darkness triggers melatonin, natural sleep hormone. Without it, your body stays in alert mode. Noise. Sudden sounds can jolt you out of deep sleep, even if you don't remember. Use white noise machines, nature sounds, or earplugs if needed. Avoid falling asleep with the TV on. It disrupts natural circadian rhythms. Electronics keep phones, tablets, and Wi-Fi routers away from your bed. Some studies suggest EMF exposure may disturb heart rate variability and sleep depth, especially in older adults. Additional tips for a sleep-safe sanctuary. Choose natural bedding, cotton, bamboo, or linen. Elevate your head slightly if you suffer from reflux or congestion. Keep a flashlight or motion-activated light nearby for safe bathroom trips. Remove clutter, rugs, or anything that could cause tripping in the dark. Consider calming scents like lavender or eucalyptus, natural medicine for your nervous system. Now, you might be wondering, can changing a room really change my health? Let me remind you what happens during a good night's sleep. Your heart rate slows, your blood pressure drops, your brain cleans itself, your cells regenerate, your immune system rebuilds. All of that, your life's repair system, depends on the quality of your sleep environment. And it's not just science. It's senior wisdom passed through generations. Our grandparents knew how to air out a room, keep curtains light, and sleep with windows open for fresh air. Sometimes what heals us isn't new. It's what we've forgotten. So let me ask you, what's one thing in your bedroom that you think could be hurting your sleep? Have you made any changes recently that helped? Maybe a cooler room, softer light, better ventilation? Share your thoughts in the comments. You don't need to write a long story, just one small thing you've done that made your sleep better. It might inspire someone else who's struggling. And if you haven't made any changes yet, that's okay too. We've all spent years following habits that didn't serve us. But today we have new insight, and it's never too late to make a shift. And please, if you found this video helpful in any way, consider sending it to a loved one. You might help your parents sleep through the night. You might help a friend lower their blood pressure. You might even save someone from a silent injury. That's what elderly wisdom after 60 is about, passing it on. Quick action. Checklist. Reset your room tonight. Lower the thermostat to 65 if or below. Switch to breathable sheets and sleepwear. Remove artificial light and noise. Use natural scents and plants. Ventilate the room before bed. Healing starts in silence, darkness, and peace. That's how we restore the body, the heart, and the mind, one quiet night at a time. Final thought. You've just completed one of the most important conversations you can have about life after 60. Not about medication. Not about waiting rooms. But about how you live. How you sleep. How you take back control over your own senior health. And I hope you leave with one simple message. You are not helpless. You are not broken. And this is not too late. Thank you for walking this journey with me. If you'd like more videos like this on natural cures, healthy routines, senior wellness, and daily longevity hacks, be sure to subscribe. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Until next time, sleep well, Live deeply and keep growing with wisdom.